Lord, baby Jesus, help me. Oh my God, he's so perfect. Oh my God, look at him. Why did he not wear a flannel at my show? Why is he wearing a flannel though? It's like 700 degrees. May or may not have gotten Pokemon Go, may or may not be obsessed with it. Yes, I'm still wearing my VIP wristlet. Hey guys, so I look like absolute garbage. My hair's in a bun and yeah, I'm filming this right before I go on another trip, so it feels like insane, but I just got back from the Sean concert 2 days ago and I'm also so tired right now, so that's why I like don't have a voice at all. I look so bad, so I'm really sorry for that, but it's okay because today's a story time. I love filming them, and I know I just uploaded one, and like I'm sorry if you guys aren't into them. So future M coming at you. When I'm filming this right now, I'm pre-filming my next video, but I forgot to mention the concert. I just wanted to say I'm so glad I got to experience that, and it meant so much to me to be able to go see him again for the third time. Like I saw him in 2014 when he opened for Austin, and then I saw him when he came to my state fair, and it's just so insane to me that now he has an opening act when he was the opening act. It's just crazy how far he's come. He has a whole world tour, and I don't know, I've been a fan since MagCon. Like he was always one of my favorites, and it's, you guys know that I love Sean, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Being serious for a second, probably going to do a birthday video for him just because he's turning 18 and he is the love of my life. I'm sorry if you guys hate whenever I talk about Sean because that's all I talk about, but I just wanted to say that because it meant a lot to me filming that, and I promise you the video clips that I filmed at the concert will bless your soul. I'm still crying over them, so please go check it out. I will link it down in the description, have it right here if you want to watch it. But yeah, I love it so much and I love him, so go show that video and Sean some love. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just get into the video. So as you can tell, this video is a story time for my cruise. So like I went on a cruise before the Sean concert, which was like June 9th or July 9th or whatever, and then it like ended on the 14th because we went to Tampa the day before. It was a really long vacation and it was super fun. I remember my last cruise so vividly, and I love the Bahamas, but this cruise was probably the best one. I went on a 5-day cruise to Cozumel, Mexico and Cayman Islands, so if you want to check out my travel diary from that, I'll link it down below. But I love cruises. I've been on one before, and so I was totally not worried about this cruise at all. I never have problem with seasickness or just like motion sickness. Stuff that I see in the news, like that whole thing that happened with Carnival where it was like they were like stranded and all this stuff, that is like scary obviously, but the likelihood of that happening to like you is very slim, so I don't let it scare me like that stuff. I'm totally fine. Kind of like amusement parks, like I will go do whatever, sign me up. So I was like not really worried about anything happening. Okay, so anyway, back to the story. Okay, so like we got on Saturday, and then Sunday we had a fun day at sea, totally Gucci. The third day technically, well like the second day of like the 5-day cruise, but it was like the third day for me because we went so early on Saturday. But Monday we went to Cayman Island. It was beautiful, and then the thing is we had to get up early and then we had to leave early, so we had to get back on the ship at like 2 o'clock or something crazy. When we got back, this is kind of where it all started. So we like get in our room and we're gonna like go to the pool or whatever, so we're like changing and my mom was like complaining about like a smell, and I didn't really notice anything because one, my nose was like stuffed up because I have bad allergies and I forgot my allergy medication because I'm so smart. I do not have a very strong like smell, scent, whatever, but I have it stronger than my sister does. She didn't even notice it at all. So my mom kept saying that it smelled like sewage, disgusting, like, and that's disgusting, gross, but I didn't really notice it, and I was trying to just like tell myself, oh, it's fine, whatever. We were like, okay, we're at this port still, we hadn't left yet, so we're like, it's probably just the area we're in. We went to go get lunch, and then my parents went back to shower because they didn't want to be at the pool. So I was like going back, like walking on the ship by myself to like go get ice cream or something, and like I was going on the deck outside and it smelled like it too. So me, like personally, I was like, this is like just, you know, where we are. And so we leave the port that day and I'm not even in my room, but my mom is, and she's getting ready. So I go back because we're gonna like go out to dinner, fancy, whatever, after I do some stuff on the ship. And she's like getting ready and she's like, I can't stand this anymore, like it smells so bad. Like my dad is like in the room, he's like asking people on our hallway, hey, do you smell the same thing? Lighting decided to be a brat for a second. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, and only a few people in certain rooms said they smell it. And my dad talks to a worker, like our steward for our room, like our cleaning, housekeeping, whatever. And she's super nice. I swear to God, she's so nice, and bless her for doing this. So my dad tells her that it's like smelling this way, and she's like, you know, super nice, like, okay, we're gonna get it fixed, whatever. So I like take a nap because I'm so tired. I was like having a heat stroke basically that day. It was so hot. So I took a nap, and while I was taking a nap, the technician person came in and checked everything out. So I wake up from my nap, and my dad and like my mom are just like fussing about the room still smelling like this. So technicians come and they're like, okay, no worries, it's a problem with the air vent, and the ship cleans out everything when we're stopped. So when we were like docked, there was cleaning out all the ship stuff, and which makes so much sense, and I'm so glad that they do that. So we go back to dinner, and so we come back and it's like 7 o'clock. So I go back in the room and it still smells disgusting, and my dad is like trying to fix it. He goes and gets like another technician, like he goes to guest services, and he's like, okay, we need someone else, like someone who's cleaning or whatever, to like please help us get rid of the smell. So we go and go to our show, come back, still smells like it, and they claimed that it was fixed and the bed's all made. So obviously our housekeeping lady came in and fixed everything, and she said that she didn't smell anything. And I could have probably slept there, but my mom really didn't want to, so we asked guest services if we could switch rooms for like the rest of the trip. So they were like, okay, so we can't switch you for the rest of the trip because there's only certain rooms that we can keep open, because like they have those rooms for like emergencies, so if there something like that does happen. And because we're a family of 4, the only rooms that are available are like a 2-person room or a 3-person room. So they have to split us into 2 rooms. So all of that was so confusing and messed up tonight. So they said, okay, we're gonna offer you these 2 rooms that are on the floor below you, which is the lowest floor that has rooms. Didn't think anything of it. They were gonna give us these 2 rooms. And so we were like, okay, so we have to move back the next morning, right? And they're like, yes, and we're gonna try and do this like ozone treatment thing to get rid of the smell. My mom is like just mad that we have to switch rooms again. Like, she's mad that we have to go back the next morning and switch back to our smelling room, because what if it's not fixed? She's like, she contacts the person instead of my dad this time, and she's like, hey, we need to stay in these 2 rooms. I don't want to be in this room anymore. And they say, hey, this girl's like, I talked to my manager or whatever, and she said that's totally okay if you guys want to stay in those rooms because of the inconvenience. And it was amazing because I had my own room with my sister, and it was huge, and then my mom and dad had their own rooms. So we get all of our stuff, we go and get room keys, and we're about to leave, go to our floor. So we're walking down the floor, and we look like we just got on the ship because we're like carrying all this luggage, and people are probably like, what the heck? So anyway, so we go and we're walking down, and it's a really, really long walk, and I'm like, where are we? Why are we like walking this far down? And my dad's like, oh, it's R3 and R5, which are literally the like first rooms on the ship ever. The very beginning of the ship, where all the like pipes and the workings are right here, and then there's rooms right here. So we're like, what? We get in, and then we realize that we have portholes as our windows. Like before, we just had a standard stateroom window, which was like this, you know, where you could see the ocean. So we have portholes, and I'm sitting here worried that we're underwater. Just like the portholes were freaking me out, and I was trying not to think about it, but it just made me think of like Christopher Columbus times. I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna get sick on a boat in the 1700s, and there's sickness and gross and rats and no food, and you're starving, and it just makes me depressed, you know what I mean? So I just try not to think about it. I'm listening to some Sean, I'm taking off my makeup, and like if you're in the front or the back, you can feel it sway more than you can in the middle. Yeah, so I was getting like, whoa, you know what I mean? And like I said, I never have like sickness, like I never have had motion sickness or got seasick or whatever. We were at the bottom of the ship, we were at the front of the ship where there's portholes, swaying really bad, and we could hear like weird noises, you know, like pipes clanging, and like And like I'm about to turn the light off, my mom texts me. Well, we don't have like signal. We had the this app that's like with the ship, and you can like use it to text without Wi-Fi. And so she contacts me and my sister, and she's like, hey, can you come to the room? And we're like, ugh, just want to go to sleep, like we're tired. It's like 1 in the morning. And she's like, I'm sorry for making us switch again or something, but I can't do this. Like, and then I was like, yeah, the portholes are freaking me out, and like everything about this floor is just freaking me out. It was like dead silent. So then we call them, and they're like, we're like, okay, we just want to move back to our old room. I don't care if it smells. So they're like, okay, well, right now we're doing the ozone treatment, so we're gonna send you to, like, we're gonna send you a steward so you can go check out another room that's like similar to yours but on the floor that you're on right now. And I'm like, okay. So we get, and it's like the middle of the ship. It's the same exact room you have, and we're like, perfect. But there's an issue, of course. Only a 3-person room, so one of us has to sleep in the gross portholes Christopher Columbus room. So we're gonna call that Christopher Columbus room. I was literally just like killing myself, like literally choking. My dad decides to sleep in the creepy room, and so we were like, okay, good. So the next morning we go back to our original room. Everything is fixed, it doesn't smell bad, and it's Gucci. So we got our good room back, and that's basically the whole story. I don't really know what else to say about it, but I let it go, and I had super fun the rest of the time, and it was a great ship, and they actually gave us like a discount for the inconvenience. They took off money from the payment. Honestly, it's not gonna stop me from going on another cruise because it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because kind of creepy Christopher Columbus room. That's it for the story, and if you guys want to see more story times, give it a thumbs up, let me know what you thought in the description, and make sure to subscribe. I want to reach 7K by like fall. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah.